Tonight, Prime Minister Modi will be leaving from France and headed to the second leg of his two-nation tour to America. Prime Minister Modi has essentially set the stage for what to expect in America when he met with U.S. Vice President JD Vance and his wife Usha Vance, thereby strengthening India-U.S. bilateral ties. Prime Minister Modi took to social media to express happiness over meeting JD Vance's family and joining them in celebrating their son Vivek's birthday. Now, Vance responded by thanking Prime Minister Modi for his kindness and also referred to thankful gifts that his children had received and hailed Prime Minister Modi, calling him gracious and kind. Now, remember that the biggest headline from the Prime Minister's America tour is going to be his meeting with Trump, their first in-person meeting since Trump 2.0 came to power in America. Now, there will be, in fact, several talks, discussions, huddles on bettering the India-U.S. relationship, but there will also be some tough talking points. Issues like potential tariffs, illegal immigration, India-Iran ties, the Taliban could come up.
I would look for 4 different things in the outcome of this meeting this week between Prime Minister Modi and President Trump. One, what kind of personal rapport they're able to re-establish. Second, continuation of existing formats, high-level formats for structured engagement between the India and the US. There are a number of dialogues. And finally, I think some very quick wins for both sides, which is specific deals that allow Trump to say that this is helping with the trade deficit.
It is so good that Modi ji is only the second prime minister who is coming to visit Trump after he became president again. And there are a lot of issues that need to be talked about. The tariff is a big issue, the bilateral relationships, commerce, the immigration issues. There is just so much going on, and it's important that Modi ji is here in Washington, D.C., rebuilding that bond of friendship that he had established.
It's a fantastic opportunity between the two leaders and two countries. You have to understand Trump is trying to drive change both domestically and internationally, and India is looking at more investments and technology from the U.S. So I think it's important both leaders understand what are their priorities. They do have a very strong relationship and warmth towards each other. So I think it's an important occasion to set the agenda for the next 4 years between the two countries and two leaders.
India is a big country. It's becoming a big power. So with that comes big responsibilities. And from our angle, from the Greek angle, we would love to see India being present in the Red Sea, being present in the Mediterranean, and accepting the role of an important power that it is. I assume that that's what Prime Minister Modi is going to discuss with President Trump. And it's good that he's one of the first leaders that meets the American president here in Washington, D.C.
The Prime Minister of India, Prime Minister Modi, coming and visiting with President Trump at this juncture is great. I think that we already have close ties with India, and it's just going to improve even more. And I'm excited. Quite frankly, I'm excited. As you already know, President Trump is pro-business, and the Indian economy, the United States economy, will share in the prosperity, I think, under President Trump. And so that's why I think Prime Minister Modi coming to Washington and meeting President Trump now is very important.
We have seen world leaders jockeying for position to be able to engage with this new administration and the new president. And the fact that the Prime Minister was invited by the administration within the first few weeks of him being in power, I think that's pretty significant, and it speaks to the importance of the U.S.-India partnership. Now, it'll be a bit of an unusual meeting in the sense that these are early days for the administration. It hasn't really had an opportunity to focus on its approach to India. You also have a number of key posts within the administration focused on India that have not yet been filled.
Prime Minister Modi yesterday co-chaired the Global AI Action Summit in Paris, showcasing India's role in AI's future. But his upcoming visit to Washington could bring challenges, with the Trump administration planning essentially tit-for-tat tariffs that may impact India's exports. Tough negotiations are expected. We break down the details.